One, two, one, two. Hello, people. It's MC Noble here. Welcome back to another stream. And today is something a little bit different. And this might be something that is a little bit like, why would you do this? But you can actually do this, what I'm about to do in today's stream. And for certain tracks, this will actually work. So, what am I actually talking about? And what am I actually going on about? So, what we're going to be doing in today's stream is we're actually going to be turning a hard house track into a hardcore track. Now, we're not going to completely remake a hard house track and rewrite a hardcore version of it. What we're actually going to do is we're actually going to change the BPM of the track that is the hard house track, and we're going to speed it up to the hardcore speed, which is 170. So I know this sounds a little bit weird. So basically and technically, we're just adjusting the speed of a track, which, yeah, we are. And if you do this with some hard house tracks and some hard dance tracks, especially tracks that certainly 140 BPM over, the faster they are, I suppose, the better. And they will actually work, and they'll actually sound fairly decent at hardcore speed. And some hard house tracks do sound a little bit like hardcore, just slowed down. So speeding them up does actually sometimes sound alright. Now, sometimes you will do this and they will sound a little bit too fast and they won't work. However, some tracks will work wonders, and some tracks will work and you can then play them in a hardcore set, especially if there's a hard house remix of a track that you really like and there's never been a hardcore version, or you've never been able to find one for whatever reason. You can just speed up the track itself, and then you can just go ahead and play them in your hardcore sets. But what we're also going to be doing today is changing the speed of the track for forever. So the method we're going to be doing in today's stream will actually keep the track at 170. So when you load the track up onto your decks, you're not having to alter the pitch right the way down at 140 all the way up to 170. So it's actually already going to be at 170, so you can actually put it in a hardcore folder and you can actually play it. Now, there's a track that we're going to be doing today which I know already works well at 170, because I actually did try this before doing the stream, just by putting it into some DJ software and putting the speed of the pitch up. However, there is another hard house tune that I quite like, and I just wanted to see also what that would sound like at 170. But the main aspect of the stream today is to do this one track, which I do know already sounds decent enough, but I was only doing that on my phone through Algorithm DJ Pro. So my phone's a little bit harder to hear, so I thought with the headphones on I'll get a better sound of what it will sound like at 170. So the tune we're going to be doing today is a remix of a classic track called Higher State of Consciousness by Josh Wink. Now, I do believe it was originally released on Strictly Rhythm, and it was sort of like a acidy sort of house, sort of underground, sort of 90s rave tune, and it sort of has a similar sound to Public Domain's Operational Blade. It sounds a little bit like Rap Brothers with fat bass, and it also sounds very similar to the Pawn Kings versus DJ Supreme Up to the Wild style. It's got that very similar sound in it to what you hear in them other tracks, and they all sort of sample the same sort of sound, but this one just sounds a little bit more acidy, sounds a little bit more underground. However, a guy by the name of Matt Lee and a guy by the name of Andy Whitby actually did a hard house version of Higher State of Consciousness. Now, I remember this because I used to have a Hard Dance Anthems album, and it was a track on this album which got me thinking I wouldn't mind finding the version that was on that album. So I found the version, and I don't believe there is a hardcore version of Higher State of Consciousness. Now, I have put a post up on Facebook to see if anybody knows if anyone ever has done a version of it, and I'm sure I will get to know, or probably people will just ignore it. But sometimes if I put stuff on Facebook regarding music, usually someone points me in the right direction or helps me in some form of way. So anyway, so I got the hard house version because I haven't been able to find a hardcore one. And what we're going to do is we're going to speed it up to 170 and see what it sounds like. Now, as I say, I did actually try this before, so I do know that it doesn't sound too bad, but like I say, it was on my phone, so phone doesn't always give off the best quality, and my phone especially, my phone is awful. Doesn't sound that good at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag Higher State of Consciousness into FL Studio. You won't see any other screen other than FL Studio, by the way. So we've dragged the track in. Now, as you can see, this is the whole track right here. Okay. Now, the project itself is actually at 130. So what we need to do is we need to actually speed up the project tempo to 170. So we're going to do that right now. So now it's at 170. 171, 170. But that actually hasn't adjusted the pitch of the track itself, because what we've actually done is we've dragged an already made track into FL Studio. So the actual sample itself is a sample at a specific tempo. So for example, if I press play in just a second, like, it still plays at that 140 BPM, what the original tune is actually played at. Now, what you can also do as well, you can see here, there is a little bit of a couple, maybe about a second and a half delay before the beat actually starts. You can actually just drag that right there, and then it'll just play like that. So when you have it on your decks, you can actually just queue up exactly on the beat, and you're ready to press play without having to move your jog wheel and find that first beat. It just makes things a little bit easier. So what we actually have to do is we actually have to adjust the actual tempo of this sample. So what we're going to do, you'll see there's a little... I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but just near the name of the track, there's like a little button that you can click just here, and it brings up a few little options where you can just like change the color, you can change the name of the track, so you can just like rename the sample and stuff. You can fit to tempo, you can try and detect the tempo, you can edit the sample, you can do a few different things. So basically, what we want to do is we actually want to click fit to tempo. So we click fit to tempo, and it's going to give us some options here. Now, you've got a couple of options. So we can click the top one, which would say 9.111. There's 50 to 100, 75 to 150, 100 to 200, 150 to 300. Type in a BPM, type in beats, or you can just set it to the 170 project, or you can click no tempo. Now, if we click, now everybody right here would be thinking, well, you'll just click it to the 170 project and it'll make it the same speed as the actual project. And that is actually wrong, and that won't actually do it, and I don't know why it doesn't do it, but what you actually want to click is the 100 to 200. So we're going to tap that, and now it is actually altering the BPM of the track, right? So as you can see, there's a little white like loading line just at the top there underneath all the file and edit. So that's going to do it right now. So here it is, it's like stretching, and it's doing all of its magic, and you will see that it will do it in just a moment, and the sample will actually get a lot smaller as it's going a little bit quicker than it actually normally would. So now it's actually done. So now it should be at the 170 BPM. So let's have a little listen. And as you can see, that actually works, and it actually doesn't sound too bad. Like, it sounds a lot faster, but like the vocals and things, like, they don't sound too chipmunked, and they don't sound too bad at all. And it does work as a hardcore track, so you can actually put this into a hardcore set, and it will actually work, and it actually doesn't sound too bad. So literally, it is now at the 170 BPM project, so it's going at the speed of 170, which is what we wanted it to go at. So we can actually mix this into a hardcore set, and it will work, and you can actually mix it. So what we can actually do now is we can actually go ahead now and we can export this into a song. So we can export the file, and it will literally be ready. So I'm just going to call it Higher State. So we're going to call it Higher State Hardcore Mix. There we go. Now, I can't actually, like, take credit for the track. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could, like, literally speed it up, and I could, like, say, like, you know, it's my 170 remix of this, but it's not really a remix, because all I've really done is speed up the track. So, like, I haven't really, like, made any part of the track. Do you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't, like, literally go and take credit for it, which I wouldn't want to do anyway, but I just literally speeded it up so I can play it at 170 when I'm doing a hardcore set. So we've finished with that now. That is finished. That track is completely done. So now we're going to go ahead and try this other tune, which is BK, and it's Rave Monkey. Now, I used to love this track, so it might work quite well. So we're going to try it for definite. So we're going to definitely try it. So I'm going to drag it in. Higher State of Consciousness is actually still in the project. So we're going to get rid of it from there. So there we go. So we got this one. So that's BK's Rave Monkey. And it's actually a really good track. I actually really like it. So if we just... Yeah, so that sounds like that. So there we go. So you can see it's got a nice bit of bass there. So that'll sound alright speeded up. And then... So just picture that sped up. So let's see what it actually sounds like fit to tempo. So we'll do 100 to 200 again. Doing it 100 to 200 is actually the best way of doing it. And it'll actually work in a hardcore set. So I might go live and try some of these out on Facebook after this stream. But yeah, these will actually work. And this is the beauty of it. This is the beauty of it. So do you know what I'm saying? So here we are. It's at 170. So let's... Oh, yeah. You ready for this? It actually sounds alright. This sounds awesome. This works well. Check it, yeah? Yeah, this sounds awesome. I actually really like this. It's going down. Get ready for it to drop. Get ready. Woo! Holy sugar macaroni roonies. That sounds wicked. So that's how you do it. That is simply how you do it. And it works well. Some tracks, speeding them up like to 170, like they won't sound too good. There is like some that won't sound that good at all. However, that didn't actually sound too bad at all. And it actually worked quite well. And because hardhouse is almost like hardcore slowed down, it's got like a lot of similarities that hardcore has as well, and it's got that like hard feel to it. So speeding it up makes it more ravey, and it does sound decent. Going out to the man like Steve Games. But yeah, it's wicked and it actually works. But like I say, you can't do this with every song because some songs will just sound too stupid. So for example, I'm gonna export this into a track now, so you can actually we can actually call this one a day. So I'm gonna call it Rave Monkey because that's what the original is called. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you like on a track that won't work and how like stupid it would sound. So we're going to take a track that Steve Games will know very well. He'll know this one very well, will Steve. And we're going to take it in a moment and we're going to go ahead and do something with it. And we're going to try and speed it up to 170. Now, you will only see the FL Studio screen. You won't actually see me going on any of the other pop-up links. So, oh, hang on a second. What is Steve saying there? When you're playing tracks and you talk on the mic. Oh, yeah, when I've got a track playing, it is harder for you to hear me on the mic, yeah. I understand that. To be fair, I don't think there's too much I can really do about that, if I'm honest. But unfortunately, it's just the way it goes. Do you know what I'm saying? But when I'm not playing a track, when I've got no music playing, how well can you hear me? Because I can actually turn the mic up slightly, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. But anyway, this is the next tune we're going to do. Steve knows this one. This is Studio B, I See Girls. This is what it sounds like. So you can tell it's a little slow. It's how it's meant to be. It's a house beat. So we're going to put it to 170. We're going to see what it sounds like. This is going to sound so stupid. But if it actually sounds quite decent, which I'm highly doubting it will, then I might play it in a hardcore set just for a bit of fun. It'll be crazy to see if it actually works. Oh, yes, people can hear me. When there's no music, yeah. If I've got music on, I know it's a little harder for you to hear me. But anyway, this tune is now stretching to 170. I'm not sure what this is going to sound like. This is going to be funny, actually. Yeah, this is going to be funny to hear what it actually sounds like at 170. And it's actually done it. Let's have a listen.
I see girls.
I've just had a little idea, actually. I don't know how well this is actually going to work. But there, we've got this little cut and this little break. So I'm just wondering now, if I actually put a bass here, like a hardcore bass, what it would actually sound like. This might not even sound that good, but I'm kind of intrigued to find out what it would sound like. So we are just going to take... No. Sound and effects. We want bass loops.
I see girls.
Yeah, this is not right. We're going to have to do a little bit of sorting out.
I see girls.
Right. Because it's going to sound hellishly off.
I see girls.
Do you know what? We've actually now got that in time.
I see girls.
Whoa, that's quite funny, actually.
I see girls.
That actually works.
I see girls.
That actually works. It's actually quite funny, but it actually does work. Like, crazy this.
I see girls.
It actually is kind of working. Right, let's try this then. Right. So we're going to go like this, look. So I think we've got to carry this bass on, have we?
I see girls. I see girls. I see girls. Here, there, and everywhere. Short skirts, long hair, love it when they walk in. I'm on cloud nine. You look so fine, can't wait to make you mine. I kinda like the way you walk past. Gotta take a glance.
So yeah, it actually doesn't sound too bad. The only thing is the bass in the original track actually clashes with the hardcore bass, but it fits. And the point is as well, if I could get the vocal for that Studio B, I See Girls, you could actually do a hardcore version of it. So that really it sort of proved a little point to me and a little test as well. But that is quite funny. That is quite funny. It actually doesn't sound too bad speeded up. It's just the track itself has no hardcore elements. So it doesn't really work, if that makes sense. So what can I say? But anyway, people, that is going to do it for this stream. So please do like, please do comment, please do share. And I will probably be streaming again later on, doing some mixing or something. Probably my late night disco or something. Who knows? Take it easy, people. We've got 2 tracks that we've speeded up that sound alright anyway. So do like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you again soon, yeah.